N.K.Star fam, how are we? Good evening. Happy Friday. We made it to Friday. My God, today. Thank you all so much for being here. The first thing we're going to get into is we're going to talk about NICOLANDRIA. Then we're going to get, that's crazy, y'all, what we're about to talk about. Then we are going to get into the Real Housewives of Potomac. Then we're going to get into Beverly Hills. You know what? We're going to do Traitors and then we're going to end with Beverly Hills because that was like the most disappointing. Um, but we're still going to talk about it because you know what? Why not? Why not? Anyway, um I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts. I cannot believe what we're about to talk about. This is so crazy. And this is why I'm never watching the show again. Oh, before we get into it, have we tried root beer? I feel like I've tried all the ones that I wanted to try. Have we tried root beer? I feel like I've tried this. It didn't look familiar, but I feel like I tried this with you guys. And we're going to try it again today. I've tried all the ones. Now I just have to start getting a case of the ones that I like, but I can never find them. I can never. Costco has them, but they have the grape flavor with the ones that I like. And I think I tried grape and I didn't like it, but I don't remember. So I think the next one that I'm going to try is grape, and then I'm going to make my decision. But I don't think we've tried root beer together, so let's try it out. Oh, for Traitors, we're only going to do episode 1 of Traitors. I will talk about episode 2 and 3 of Traitors throughout the weekend, along with Drag Race. Let's try. Oh, like I said, still in the holiday season. Ho ho ho. We're going to break out the heart stuff last week of January because it took me forever to put that tree up. It's going to take me forever to take it down. I think I remember trying this. I think I remember trying this because I like it. Or was that cream? Was it cream that I tried? This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Okay. It tastes like, oh, is that what root beer is? Is root beer just Coca-Cola and cream soda mix? Because that's what this tastes like. It tastes like Coca-Cola and cream soda mix. Is that just what root beer is? This isn't bad, y'all. It doesn't even, what I like about this is that it doesn't have that Olipop aftertaste that I did not like with that apple one. The aftertaste with the apple one, absolutely not. Oh my God. Do I like this better than vintage cola? Because I really love that vintage cola. This does not have the aftertaste. It has that Ollie Smart in it. But for some reason, I can't taste it. Oh my God, I think this might be the one. Okay, I don't think I tried this because I really like this. And I would have known if I've tried this because I like this better than vintage cola. I think this is my number one. I think this is my number one. It's really good. All right. Give me 1 second because there are some things that you are saying in here that I'm going to star because what? What are y'all talking about in here? What are y'all talking about? Child, okay. Just so you know, this is a NikkiStar TV Live. We are going to talk about what is in the description box and in the video. When I get into the comment section, I don't know what this video is going to become. Just so you know. Anyway, let's get into it. So we're first going to start off with the babies of the reality TV shows that we review, and that is the beautiful NICOLANDRIA. These babies can't catch a break. My God, today they cannot catch a break. Oh, it's Nico. That's what it is. It should be Nico. Not this Mac. Okay, I don't know what's. Hold on. What was that? There they go. I don't know why you didn't just show me this at first, StreamYard. Me and StreamYard is going through it, girl. I don't want to break up with nobody in the new year. So get it together. Anyway, let's start with NICOLANDRIA. So recently, there was allegedly, it's all alleged, I will not be using videos or screenshots of things just because the people involved have been doxxed and it is getting crazy. I'm not going to be a part of that. But we have to talk about what is going on. So there we know that NICOLANDRIA, especially Alandria, has the fan base, that weird Love Island fan base. The Hitler Youth have gotten attached to it and it's just become extremely toxic and crazy. There is now a group chat on the Nazi site formerly known as Twitter. And there was a group chat formed there of people who just did not like these two, which is fine. You can love or not like whatever. It's how you feel, it's fine. But what has happened is that their hate has just become so much bigger than them that now it's all of these people who does not like this couple for whatever reason have now all come together in this group chat and formed some type of maddening cult. Because in the screenshots you can see, because there was somebody who was acting like they were a part of this hate train, and they were in there just taking screenshots of the messages that everybody was writing. And the messages that they were sending was that they want to harm these people and break. Like the first messages started off, but they just want to break them up. They wanted to find a video of Nick, doing something racist or inappropriate with another woman. So they were exchanging information about that. Like, how can we find that to, break them up? Can we find anything? So they were looking for that. Then somebody suggested that they pay Etsy witches to curse this couple. And then it escalated from there to one person suggesting that they should put their money together and hire a hitman to kill Nick. I will say there was one person in the group chat who was just like, okay, guys, I don't like them, but this is getting beyond me. It was really disturbing to see. And the person who took the screenshots posted it on the Nazi site formerly known as Twitter and doxed the people who did it. And everybody started looking up these people. And I will say, I have always called the new Love Island fans the Hitler Youth. But my God, today were there a lot of adults, a lot of grown people with jobs. Like one girl is currently studying for her master's degree. And she was like the main one trying to get everybody to pull their money together to get a hitman to kill him. What the hell? I'm never watching this show. Like, I am out of love. Love Island has gone beyond what it could have been. Like, I really thought that I was so happy for Love Island USA. I really thought that, we finally got something here that was really new and fresh and was going to take off. It has attracted some of the worst people. These people are insane. And that is why I was so adamant about pressing Peacock in this freaking show to speak out against the racism that Alandria and Shelley were enduring at that time. Because I knew that this show had gotten out of the millennial audience that was watching it, and it just turned into something extremely toxic and scary, even worse than what was happening in the UK with Love Island. It has become something extremely dangerous because now we have extremely unwell people who think that they are doing the right thing because this show approved a lot of this nonsense. When we were calling for them to please address the racism, use your platform to say that this isn't right, they said nothing. So saying nothing is telling these people that what they are doing is okay. Now, will it have stopped everyone? No, but it would have stopped the momentum that these very unwell people were getting by spreading this narrative. And the show is absolutely responsible because we know the way they edited, not just Alandria, Shelley, and the relationships in the house, in the villa, were not accurate. They made them villains. And so these unwell people ran with that narrative. And because the show has never come out to condemn that or say that they were wrong or apologize or say that this was not true, it was just unfortunate editing, something, because they have not said that, you have emboldened these people. And I hate to say this, but it's going to take somebody actually being harmed for any change to happen, because that's exactly what happened with Love Island UK. Their new host is not the same host that it was in the beginning. It was a young lady. I'm sorry. Let me know, UK people. Write her name in the chat if you know. But she had received a lot of. She was going through a lot, right? The fan base did not help. They were excessively bullying this woman, and then she took a life, and then everybody wants to apologize, and Love Island UK wants to change how they do things. You had an opportunity before it got to there. And I just feel like what is going to have to happen is that somebody's going to have to be hurt, and then pressure will be applied to Love Island USA, and they'll finally say or do something. But the thing is, how much will they say? Because if they do say anything, then they have to take responsibility for the fact that they made these people's lives a living nightmare by falsifying what was really happening in that villa for entertainment. So it's extremely unfortunate. And I also am very shocked that nobody has, especially Ace, I'm very shocked that nobody's like come out and with any kind of lawsuit, because the editing of the show really creates a narrative for each character, and that sways the votes. So the way these people were voting, they were voting in a way to remove people because of how they were edited on the show, even though it wasn't accurate. So that in itself, especially if this is a game show, a competition where money is at the end, so that in itself is tampering with the results of this game. I don't know how legal that is, but I feel like y'all have something. But I think what's going to happen is somebody's going to be harmed. Somebody's going to be harmed, or somebody, unfortunately, may, collapse under the excessive bullying and like harassment that these people are experiencing. And now we're getting into actual calls to kill them. Something is going to happen. And I'm telling you, I don't think that Love Island USA has life on any of these networks except for CBS. If something happens to, especially this couple, this Pride's couple right here, this will be huge. This will be huge. I pray it doesn't go that way. I pray it doesn't go that way. Allegedly, Nick said that he is going to sue all of these people. I think he needs to. I also think that him and Alondria just need security. I think they have a little something, but these two are just acting like, at this point, I guess because fame happens so fast for them, they're still acting like this situation is normal. Like they still regular people. And you guys are just not. At this point, you're legitimate celebrities. Like you got the celebrity treatment within like 90 days, right? This normally takes a studio 9 years to build a stardom like this. You guys got it in 90 days. So I think it's a lot for them to take in and just really realize what's happening. But now y'all have to be smart. The parents need to step in and let them know y'all need 24-hour security. These people are unwell. And they have been emboldened by this show. and the state of the nation where we're at right now. They've been emboldened by our president and just the culture that we are in right now. And so they feel like they're doing the right thing. These people are extremely unwell. And when unwell people get a bone, they don't let that go. So you guys need to really amp up your security. Nick, you need to start using some wisdom when you do all these little DJ sets. Have some security. Create a boundary. Both of y'all, especially you, Alandria, as well. You need to create a boundary because you be on them TikTok, them lives and all them things, talking to these people like you really know them. You do not, because it's some nut job sitting at home thinking that you're directly talking to them and thinking that you guys are besties and sisters and lovers. These people aren't well. You got to be real careful how you deal with that celebrity. And again, it's been 90 days for these kids. This is a lot for them to take on and to figure out. But they have the both of them need to create a boundary. Y'all need to study the book of Beyonce. Create a boundary. Give the people what they want and go dark. Create a boundary. Stop talking to these people like you know them. She gave them all a name and all that stuff. Listen, you got to be careful with all that too. Walk lightly. Cuss them out from time to time. If anybody's getting a little too comfortable, cuss them out. You got to set a boundary. You have to set a boundary. This has become completely deranged, and this is completely unsafe for these two at this point. I wish them well. They don't need my wishes. They're doing amazing, but this is just so freaking unfortunate. And this show is just so toxic. I'm out. I was still going to review like other iterations of Love Island. This is especially over here. It's gotten beyond me. It's gotten beyond sanity, right? This is a little too crazy for me. Good luck, kiddos. Love Island. See you never. My God, today. That's all I have to say about this couple. What do you guys have to say? Let me get into the comments. Hey, Devonda. Devonda said, hey, Nikki and Star family members, we have a lot to discuss on this wonderful Friday night. Yeah, we sure do. We sure do. Let me talk about this because I started this comment. This is from Lies, Legally, Reality. Says, news update, BBC News reports Megan Good and Jonathan Majors did a DNA test and they both could trace their roots to Guinea. They're in the process to be, everybody is leaving. They're leaving us here to die. Oh my God, I gotta make some money. Star family, get the likes up. I gotta flee. Get the likes up. I need money to flee the United States. My God, today they are getting out of here. Devonta said, y'all, I saw the group chat plotting text that was leaked. I want jail time for everyone that was in there. It was over. Yeah, it's sick. It is sick. Look at MAGA. Sick. When those sick, toxic weirdos find each other, my God, today. Remember, I told y'all about that Facebook group that was exposed like, I think 1 or 2 years ago, where it was all married men, all fathers in this group, and they were sharing videos of their wives and daughters, and everybody was talking about how they would kill and rape their wives and daughters. A whole community of people. Thousands of men. Fathers sharing videos and pictures of their children. And talking to men in the comments who are fantasizing about ending their life and assaulting them. When them weirdos click up, January 6th happens. My God, today. Devonta also said, hey, oblivious me, you're owed an apology because Alandria dropped her photo dump. And one of the pictures were her Nick hugged up in the photo booth from week 1. Yep, you are right. I saw that too. She said, this is week 1. Everybody in her comments was just like, Love Island is going to pay for their crimes because This little relationship with them was brewing, but they never showed us. They never showed us that these two were always going after each other. And Nick was like, he was on her from day one, and the show never showed it until obviously me called it out. Hannah said, them people in that group chat plotting against Nick and Alandria need to be in jail. Absolutely. I hope he does press charges. Hey, Sarah. Thank you for being here. Hey, Pepe. Thank you for being here. Hey, Alexis. Thank you for being here. Pepe said, and of course, 404 was exposed to being friends with some people in the... She got an axe to grind. They're living the life that she thought was going to be hers. And I said, unwell people. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine said, hey, Nikki, I've been thinking about your channel recently. Glad you're back. Hopefully you are enjoying the holidays or working. I absolutely enjoyed my little break. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Hey, Simone. Simone said, hey, Star fam, needed this live while I wait for this delayed flight. Simone, sending you so much love. Wait, was that? Let me know if I can say anything about that. Let me know if I can say it, because I don't know, because I mean, you're friends. So I don't know if that was something you shared publicly and I was about to say something. So let me know if it's okay to speak on it. And I will. But thank you for being here. Busala, what's up? Catherine said, hi, Nikki. I'll be back when you're done recapping Traitors. I'm on episode 2. Oh, I'm only talking about episode 1. If I would have talked about all 3 episodes, we would have been here until Saturday morning. So much juice. Hannah said, I'm so scared for NICOLANDRIA. The fans in Sierra are obsessed with them. Yeah, they got it. They got to up the security. Because here's the thing. You want to think that everybody's just as cool and as chill as you are. It's just not like that. It's just not like that. You have to really be extremely careful. Even little old me. I got to be real careful about the stuff I post. Because the stuff that people be writing me, that's why I'm quick with that block button. It don't even be hate. It just be like, oh, this person, the lights are on. Ain't nobody been home. Sorry, I got to cut you off because this is scary. But it's so much has happened to them. So I get them like trying to take all of this in. But it's getting dangerous now. It's getting dangerous. They got to create a boundary immediately. Ashley said, praying for Olipop. Brenda, hey, child. We don't know. The times is changing, child. We in Jim Crow. I don't know. Boogie said, happy Friday, y'all. Didn't realize it was Friday. Yep. I'm telling you, the January is such a foggy month because everybody is trying to get their footing and figure it out. We're really not back until February. Uterus is playing tennis, so I will most likely be lurking today. Totally understand. Rest up. Get some mint tea and ibuprofen. Thank you for being here. Hey, Bart Meets World. Bart Meets World said, yes, I'm actually not too late after all. You are right on time. Hey, Vaca. Vaca said, hey, Nikki, what have you been taking for your hair? Oh, y'all know this is my audition wig, right? It's my audition wig. But I've been using Sacred, and my dermatologist loves me using Sacred. Hannah said, I'm so glad I won't watch. Yeah, I'm out. It's gotten crazy. This is the same feeling that I'm having right now for Love Island is the feeling I had for the challenge when Tanya was. Remember, I told y'all I left after that. It was Johnny Bananas. And it was this other guy. I think his name is Tony, whatever. He like really played into the like Italian American stereotype. And he was just, him and Johnny Bananas were like the biggest bullies, the biggest womanizers, the biggest misogynists, borderline racists on the show. They were just terrible. And MTV ate them up. And there was an incident where Tanya, who was the girl that was like always getting drunk and passing out and fighting with people, and instead of removing her from the show and getting this lady help, they kept on allowing her to film and like exploit this woman's obvious trauma. there was an incident where I think it was Tony and another guy. I don't know the other guy's name. Yeah, I forget the other guy's name, but I'm remembering his face, but I am forgetting his name. All of them were bullying this lady. Every time she got drunk, they would harass her and make fun of her. It would like, and I was mad young at that time, but even I knew that like something, this ain't right. Like this is not right. And there was an incident where the next day after the incident, she was in a rage. She was beating up everybody, like out of her mind. They were laughing at her, making fun of her. And she started screaming that they assaulted her with a toothbrush. And the way she was treated and the non reaction that MTV and everybody else gave that lady, the way they tried to make her the problem, it made me sick to my stomach. I said, that will be it for me. And that was the last episode of the challenge I ever watched. I could not watch another. Like, I was so sickened by that episode. I felt so bad for that. She had no one. And this is how this is making me feel, because I'm feeling so uneasy, because I'm just like, nobody is really taking this serious. And I feel like it's going to have to take somebody actually being harmed for it to be taken serious. And it's just like, so it's like the same feeling. I'm feeling so uneasy about this. And because of that, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I'm out of all of it. That show is just not that show and any spinoffs, it ain't for me. Now, there's a Love Island Nigeria. I might tune in. I might tune in. Hannah said, people are so obsessed with wanting Nick to humiliate Alandria. False cheating rumors. They hate her being so confident. I will say this. One thing about this that was alarming, unfortunately not surprising, was that there were a lot of Black women in that chat. Now, a lot of Black Americans are just learning about like how intense the diaspora wars are, because a lot of non-Black people who are not Black American have been having beef with Black Americans. I'm telling y'all right now, we are all just learning this, right? We didn't know Detroit like us like that. Like, a lot of us are just like, oh, okay. Because for us, when we see a Black person, we see kin, we see family. We are not making up any narrative about you. And I guess it's because we are the only ones who live this close to the oppressor and actually know how they are. So we would never believe anything that your nation, if you are Black people who live in a colonized nation, we would never believe that media, because we know that they're lying and doing stuff about us. So we would never believe what they would say about you. But a lot of those people believe what they say about us. So for us, it's just like, So I was disappointed, but I wasn't shocked that there were a lot of Black women in that chat that were not Black, like there were not Black American women. And there were also that were Black, but they weren't Black American. That big 7 continent. Y'all be disappointing me. And there were also a lot of Black women in there who were Black American, but they were light skinned. And let's talk about the umbrella of jealousy, of envy, and what is under that. What is under that umbrella? We have jealousy. We have murder. We have lust. We have desire. We have destiny swapping. Right under that umbrella of envy. So it comes out in different ways. If you tapped in, you can always clock it. You can always clock it. That's why I always say it ain't racism, it's jealous. It ain't racism, it's envy. It ain't misogyny, it's envy. The people that want to destiny swap with you are the ones that are going to hate you the most. So I was disappointed, like I said. I wasn't shocked, because what is happening is that those people who have this ridiculous beef with this woman out of nowhere, those people are people that benefit from women like her being at the bottom. They don't have a lot of privilege, but they have a little bit of privilege. And that little bit of privilege will destroy any human soul. I talk about it a lot with Black women and the homophobia that Black women have and the transphobia that some Black women have. And it's just like, you don't really care about them or their lives or what they do. It is that poison of privilege that eats away at you. So because you have this little bit of privilege where you can feel like an oppressor, you're going to use it to the fullest extent. And that's exactly what's happening. A dark-skinned Black American woman being treated like this, being an it girl, pisses off the women who were able to benefit from her being at the bottom of desire. So now they see this woman and they feel like, oh, I can't compete with that. So I have to make this a problem because I benefited with everybody hating this kind of person. And now that everybody's waking up and seeing this person's being a representative and they're being put in a place where I don't feel like I can compete, I got to tear her down. So I saw a lot of the profiles in there and I was like, disappointing, but not surprised. It happens. We've been talked about that. I told y'all with this lady becoming an it girl, you're about to see hate from places you would have never guessed. But I knew where it was coming from. Everybody was focused on white women. Oh no, baby. It's coming from all of them. All of them. My God, today. Well, they better buckle up because the 70s are coming back. And you better hope us darkies forget. You better hope we forget about the hate. Let me get a couple more and then we're going to move into Potomac. I wanted it to be a lie. When I heard it, I was like, this is so ridiculous. Nah, that's not true. And then I saw the receipts. I went down a rabbit hole. I couldn't believe it. There were like people who have legitimate jobs. Like one lady is a doctor. What the hell are you doing? Crazy town. Crazy town. Obviously me said, meanwhile, TJ and his side piece get to do whatever they want without harassment. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I saw the nurse too. And I was like, well, that's gone. That's gone. Because them NICOLANDRIans, they were just like, oh, we're gonna take this as far as we can take it. And I believe them. I believe them. Who's surprised? Who's surprised? Not me. Not me. That envy will eat you alive. It will eat you alive. I think they are. I really, really do think they are. Yep. Insane. Insane. It's very weird and disturbing. Give Me Shelter said, that's crazy. This country is a basket of crazy. Mind you, people are acting like this over a totally voluntary viewing experience. Yep. Simone said, Peacock's continued lack of accountability in the name of views will be the app's downfall. If anything happens to those two, my God, today. Caroline Flack. Thank you so much, K-World. Thank you so much. Hannah said, the issue is that they precisely hate Alandria. She is the one they hope hurt herself. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Worldview said Love Island was already on CBS, and you are absolutely right. I remember watching season 3 on CBS. The first 3 seasons were on CBS. Because yes, you are right. You are right. It might have a life back there again, child. Hey, so Steph, thank you for being here. Obviously, me said Ace already showed that he threw Ola under the bus. I fear he wouldn't even protect her from this. Maybe he knew well enough at least to check up on her. And That poor kid. The decisions that he made. Damn. Sometimes opportunities come to you when you are not ready. I'm listen, and I always say this. I feel like 33-year-old Ace would have handled this situation totally different. My God, today. My God, today. Um, hey Tia Via, thank you for being here. At every event, they just want to take some of that money and just put it into security. Alexis said all the other fan bases, Hilda, Shalace, have banded together to come in NICOLANDRIA. It's been non-stop. It's so crazy. I didn't forgot about Hilda. I literally forgot about her. Oh my God. I forgot about that girl. Purpell said a lot of the people in the group chat were ex-Alandria fans suffering from, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Them people are not well. When I started off early on in YouTube, I feel like for some reason when you start a YouTube channel, you first get like the crazies, and then you get like the normals. But it was like crazy town when I first started my YouTube. There was one person who had such a really weird parasocial relationship with me. I hated to do it, but I had to read that heifer for filth. That was back when I was writing paragraphs in my comment section. I cussed her out. I ain't seen her since. You have to. Because I said, now, wait a minute. We don't know each other. What you think this is? And who are you talking to? They got to set a boundary. Give Me Shelter said, I think it's more jarring is that I admit, I don't know Ola and Nick, but no one has met them after the show. But no one that has met them after the show have nothing but nice things to say about them and need to tighten their circles. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good luck. Good luck. Aunt Nikki will not be there. Tough it out on your own, champ. Art World said, but just added my 2 cents from Mary Crosby. Did anyone see the interview her mom and stepdad did a few years back? It was insightful. They showed the clip of that interview in the documentary. It was all just sad. Mary looked just like that lady. It was also sad. Give Me Shelter said the group chat was leaked late 2024. Those white men were plotting on every single female in their family, despite their age. Yes, I thought you were talking about the other group chat. Yes, they were plotting on every single family member in their family, despite their age, even the grandmothers. Who is raising these people? That group chat was very, very scary. Me too. It's a good show. It's a good show. Thank you so much, Simone. So Simone, sending you so much love. I'm sorry to hear about your aunt. The Star family is sending you so much love and light. And we are praying for healing for your auntie. And we are praying for a positive outcome. And we are just expecting good news. Again, so sorry to hear about what happened to our auntie Irene. Let her know that we are praying for her. And we are sending love and joy to your family during this time. I'm so sorry, but good things happen when the Star family link up. Good things happen. So Star family, we gotta link up. We gotta link up. Let's start praying, shake some crystals, call on an ancestor. We need to get a prayer through. Love you so much, and thank you so much for allowing me to share. Yes, they released 3 episodes of Traitors. The next drop is going to be 2 episodes, and then they're going to go back to releasing 1 episode a week. I don't know why, but the last episode is on February 26th. Devonda said, we dropped 404 last year, but her name is Trials and Tribulations. I'm from the Nick interview with DC and McFly from Atlanta. You know, I have to check that out. I've been seeing clips of it. I have to watch it. Oh, that's what I do all the time. Either mint tea or raspberry leaf tea, some ibuprofen, a heating pad, and like something heavy. Like I would make like a pasta dish or some oatmeal or some soup with rice, something to really like coat that uterus. and give me peace. And I just chill out. Chill out. Purr. K Review said I stopped watching the challenge then too. Fresh meat ruined the show. Yeah, I was out of there. I said I'm good on that. The lack of help she received, I said nope. Nope. Oh, who? Do we gotta jump somebody by way of the internet? Some stuff. Let us know. Let me get a couple more and then we'll move on to Potomac. El Boogie said, I left road rules after they sent the black girl home to be homeless, even though they let the white guy antagonize her and start mess. Never forget, MTV got sure did. Hey Johnny. Johnny said, hey Queen, Happy New Year. Hope your year is going great so far. 2026 is off to a start. Listen, I just pray we all make it through. Oh my God. Oh, she's gonna be. I wouldn't be shocked if her and Nick are there. I am watching the Traitors. I'm reviewing the first episode. Oh, what's happening over at CBS is so scary and so unnecessary. I'm like, why are you breaking something that's not broke? You had a multi-billion-dollar network. Why are you tanking it? Crazy work. Mama Star, the president of NICOLANDRIA, said Alandria better not let them evil people cause her to leave her man. Get them all arrested and the medical student should be released from the medical program. Period, mom. Period, mom. No, the ones that I talk to are the normal ones. Sometimes I see a little, hoo up in here, and I know, like, I've been doing this for a minute, so I know. Star family, y'all okay. Y'all okay. Iman said, I will stand on Rhop has a podcast, which is Rhop C podcast covering season 1 of Traitors. Oh, really? Well, I gotta check that out. Thank you all so much, Star Fam. Let's get into Potomac. Who was this Angel? Are we enjoying Angel? I really enjoyed Angel this episode. I really like what I witnessed. How long is this character going to stay around? Because the Angel that does interviews seems like the one we first met. But we shall see. Let's get into it. But first, before we get into it, I forgot that we did not talk about this. Let's get into Charisse and Ashley real quick. So remember, on I think the last episode, Ashley was talking about how she has some inappropriate, adult fun with Charisse's son. I say it's inappropriate because she knew that boy since he was a child. To now watch him grow into a man and hop on his manliness, for me, is weird. For me, it's weird. But they're consenting adults. So anyway, she kind of like joked about it with Charisse, and Charisse was eating it up. Then Charisse goes on Carlos King's show, and she's just like, "Oh, she didn't know me. She didn't tell me that they did all of that, and how now she has a problem with it, and she thinks it's inappropriate for her friend to be doing that with her son." BS, Charisse. BS. I'm calling BS, and I cannot believe that I'm standing up for Five here, but I have to be honest. Charisse knew everything. I think what happened was Charisse started looking at how the fan base was talking about it and then tried to switch it up and be like, oh, no, I didn't know all of that. I don't like that. You and Ashley, buddy, she invites you to everything. Y'all literally hang out outside of the show. We see y'all not booed up, but you know what I mean. We see y'all in pictures and stuff in events outside of the show. So you are friends, and you knew that she was going to say that. You were fine with it as long as you got camera time. Now that you see that the fan base is just like, oh, this is kind of weird. Now you want to switch it up and be like, oh, I wasn't really, I didn't know as much, and I wasn't really privy to all the information. BS. You ate it up when you could get camera time. But now that the fan base that you are performing for so you can get more screen time on this show, now that they got a problem with it, now you have a problem with it. How sad. How sad. I'm gonna stand up for Five Head. I think I call BS, Sharice. I call BS on that. You knew, but you didn't know the fan base was gonna react that way. So now you switching up. And actually, she's responding back like, "Yeah, she's switching up on me. Like, you already was privy to whatever happened, and we are consenting adults." Weirdo angle. Weirdo angle, Ashley. I gotta say, your defense of what you were doing with her son, real weird. Real weird. But I do agree that Sharice knew what was up. She's changing her tune because the audience was like, oh, that's a little creepy. That's all that is. But my God, today, child, the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting. Ashley has this event on this episode with her family where they all gather around. And as soon as the conversation turns to the white man in the tent under the bridge, everybody gets real like quiet, right? And I guess because they're discussing somebody's addiction who is not there, but this guy is such a tumultuous character in her family. I don't know why they continue to bring him up because it immediately becomes uncomfortable. Everybody gets real quiet. It seems like Ashley is the only one who has this vendetta against this man. And it seems like because she's the one that got the coin, if she speaks up and says anything about not liking him, everybody shuts up and just starts looking at each other. And I'm like, this is creepier than her having sex with Sharice's son. It's just all so weird. Like she cussed her aunt, and she's just like, he wasn't good to all of us. And her aunt's like, mm-hmm. I'm like, did she beat y'all? Why are y'all acting like this? It's that scene was so weird and uncomfortable. Every time they mention that Caucasian in the tent, it gets intense. That tension be thick. You can try to cut it with a knife whenever they bring that man up. What are we missing? I'm like, is Ashley not telling us everything? Why are y'all all holding this secret that is swept under the rug, but it's so freaking big? We got to talk about the elephant in the room. It's so weird. Every time she talks about that man or that family, everybody just gets quiet and starts looking at each other. I'm like, oh my God, is she beating the whole family? Are y'all being abused? It was weird, y'all. It was so weird. It could be financial abuse. Whatever it is, it was awkward. Her mom starts crying. She's just like, well, I love me. And I'm like, huh? We were talking about the Caucasian in the tent. Under the bridge, child. Weird. It's very, very, very weird. Where is she at? Where is stunning? She is all her confessionals eat, even the one that didn't have a background. I love how she has, since we met her, she has always done such great things with her hair. And now with her natural hair, she is taking so many liberties. And I just love seeing what she's going to do with her hair and her confessionals. You know, the everyday hair don't got to be too much. You know what I mean? But the way she does them confessionals, confessional queen right here. My God, today, especially that red confessional, when she's in like that red bejeweled dress and she has her locks, excuse me, tied up into like this Cinderella carriage. So gorgeous. So freaking pretty. But even pretty people can be shady. Monique, this event that you had for your book or whatever, the binder shade, I don't even think that this was a real event. I think that this was just an event for her to just be shady with the other cast members because they all come together for Monique's event and they all have to write in a compliment and something that they think about the other person, but like one of them has to be nice. And everybody just starts dragging each other, right? And after the event, Monique is like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that this would go like this. I'm so sorry. You absolutely knew. You brought out a binder. Giselle, oh my, she was stuck. She was like, oh, because she didn't know what she was going to do. You knew what you were doing. Poor Angel. Here's the thing. I like this Angel in this episode. I just don't know if she is ready for this show emotionally. Because she starts crying because Ashley called her a catfish and she did not like that. She told her to stop using that word and she told her to stop lying about her and her family's finances and being evicted. And Ashley is just not letting that mouse go. Let the mouse go. Ashley is just not going to let it go. Like, she is, like, for some reason, like, dead set on Angel. And I think it's because Giselle doesn't want to look like the bad guy anymore. So what happens, Giselle does this all the time. When she has somebody that she wants to bully, but she realizes that it's not looking good for her, and she's trying to protect her whatever image that she thinks she has, she gives it to her minions. Because remember, Giselle had an issue with Wendy. Then all of a sudden, Robin can't stand Wendy. She's trying to fight Wendy. Like, what is going on? So what happens is she throws the task over to her minions. So now Ashley got this beef with Angel, and she doesn't like the fact that she's lying about her situation and she's a catfish. When did you start calling her a catfish? That was Giselle. Now you're calling her a catfish? Oh my, the thing about this is, and this is why I'm just like, you know what, Giselle, rock out. These ladies never clock Giselle. Like, they never call her out on her nonsense. They never say that you are the puppeteer. You are the master planner of all of this. They never clock her. They just fight amongst each other like they don't know who is doing all of this drama, like who is creating all of this nonsense. It's clear as day that it's her, but for some reason they will fight amongst each other. Oh my God, she is the white man of the show. She is the straight, white, rich Christian man of the show. And everybody else is Black people, people of color, gays, the working class, and the poor. And they are seeing this rich, straight, Christian nationalist white man causing all of this drama, but they will do nothing to him and fight each other like fools. Oh my God. There it is. We've cracked the case. There it is. Now, wonder why you and Andy get along. You are a white man. My God, today. That's what it is. Because I'm like, why don't y'all never confront this lady? She is playing y'all against each other. You see it clear as day, but y'all will continue to fight each other, knowing that she is the grandmaster planner. Wow, Giselle. There it is. You know what? Where are we going? We're going to call you Greg. No, that could be a Black name. What is like a real Baron? Baron Trump. That's who she is. My God, today. Anyway, Angel breaks down, right? And she just is letting the group know that, she really didn't like how she was treated, right? She didn't like the fact that, she's already coming to the event with some problems. And I'm not speaking over nobody's marriage. My God, today, I would never do such a thing. Because let me tell you something. Wait, am I saying it right? Everything you do in life is a boomerang. Oh, wait, I got to get it right. Hold on. I'm not going to finish the last part because my mama is on this live. But I know one of y'all know the speech and y'all know who I'm talking about. I have been reciting it all day. And now when it's time to perform, I forget it. Everything you do, hold on. Everything you do in life is a boomerang. When you throw it eventually comes back. Don't with me. So anyway, and the girls that get it. So anyway, I would never do that because I would never want nobody to be talking about me and my king. I will say, being the housewife historian that I am, women normally come on these shows to get out of bad situations, right? So when you were breaking down crying, I'm sorry, that's my air purifier. I don't know what's going on. You all right, girl? Why you doing that? Is the ear? What's going on with the ear? Well, if I pass out, we know why. Anyway, so normally when the women come on this show, they're trying to get out of a situation, right? So when you were talking about how you were already going through something with your husband because he didn't want to film, because she said he didn't want to come to the event. He didn't want to film. And I've already talked about how he looks uncomfortable on the cameras. And that is just the thing that a lot of these housewives who do these shows have to realize. You have to realize that it's just, this show is not just you, unless you want to be a friend of, right? Then you can just show up and do whatever you want, and you don't have to show your partner or your family. If you become a main cast member, the requirements is for you to show your whole life. That includes your marriage, that includes your children, that includes your extended family. Like anybody who is going to be in your life, they are going to be filmed. And I feel like that's something that you really have to talk to your partner about, because it can cause a strain in your relationship. So this man did not want to film. And I can understand why he didn't want to film, because if he has a wife that's constantly going back to him and telling him that these people are being mean to him, mean to her, and bullying her, and she's calling him and crying, a protective husband would be like, F that show, you've never needed it. So we don't have to, like, you don't need the money, so you don't have to do it. But the money may not be the thing, but the notoriety is what she's desiring. So it becomes a problem in the relationship when you're telling him that this is a bad thing for you and that it's harming you, but then you're expecting him to come and film with these people that you have said have been so terrible to you. So I can see that being a sort of strain where he is saying, I don't want to do this because it's not making you happy. And if you're not happy, then I'm not happy. So she's talking about how it was a little difficult to even get him to come to the event. That's why he was so short. And I even said that in my live when about that episode. I was just like, he's short because he doesn't want to film. He doesn't want to be here. You're telling him that these people are so terrible. Why would he want to go to that? Right? So she's saying that it was very difficult for her to get him to come. And, after dealing with whatever happened with them in the car, talking about coming here, to then get here. And as soon as she get here, as soon as she gets to the event, Ashley talks about her being evicted. And she says, well, if you really want to know, I wasn't evicted. We had a lease. Okay, ladies, we had a lease, and the lease ended before we were ready to go. So that's what happened. And then she starts crying, and I'm like, oh my God. Girl, if this show is stressing you out like this, get off it. Get off it. Get off of it. But she then, after that, she lets the ladies know that after that, she later calls the ladies and let them know that she wants to invite them out to Colorado, where they live, for a wellness trip. So I will say this. Angel on the wellness trip so far was a great Angel. My God, today, like when the ladies arrived to Colorado, she has this moment, and everybody was dragging her for it, but I thought it was cute. She has this moment where she tips her cowboy hat, and she's like, oh, hey. I thought it was cute. Everybody was dragging her like Angel thought she ate. Oh my gosh, she just tipped a cowboy hat. I don't think that she was trying to eat. I think she was just trying to have fun. I saw this clip before I saw anything else. It was such a big deal, and everybody was dragging her for the littlest thing. So anyway, the ladies get to Colorado. Stacy, hold on, Angel. You're messy, Stacy from Detroit. I say Detroit. That's the Detroit. Because what if you were watching closely, Stacy was talking to Angel when Angel called her. The profile pic that she has for Angel on her phone. Stacy, you messy. You are so messy. And the way you was holding that phone so the camera could catch it. Ooh, girl, I love you. I'll see you next season. Anyway, so she gets there. Angel, greets the ladies that get there. She lets Wendy and Stacy know that they'll be riding with her. And Wendy is like, why? I don't care if my girl is scamming. She is hilarious. She's like, why she want me in the car with her? I would have done the same thing. Like, why are we riding together? Me and Stacey, two people you don't like. Why are we riding with you? So they get in the car, and Angel lets Wendy know. She's like, Wendy, I like you. I really, really do like you. I like our time together. And, we've had a little difficulties, but I want to move forward. And I really want to work on a friendship with you. And I really, really like you. In her confessional, Wendy's like, oh, I don't know why she suddenly likes me, but it's too late. Yes, girl. It's too late. You done tormented that lady with Kiana, and now all of a sudden you want to be besties out of nowhere. There's no sit down, no nothing. Like the last conversation, you were saying that she had baboon lips. So I'm with Wendy. Wendy's like, it's too late. I don't want no friendship, but I'll be cordial with you. Like she didn't say that to her, but she said that in a confessional. And you know what? I happen to agree. It's too late. There were so many opportunities for you to move forward with that lady. You spent the majority of the season dragging her with Kiana. But this is like a new Angel. She's fun. She's like really joyful, and everybody is like, "Who is this?" Stacey's like, "Did she take some of my gummies?" Like, who is this person? Because we have never met, like we don't know who this person is. So they were all like a little like, what is going on with Angel? And the funniest thing is that the housewives were scared because Angel, no shade, this was a complete 180 to the person that we've all met. So they were like, is she going to harm? They were so scared because they just did not recognize who Angel is. And as we're watching Angel be so nice and cordial and just having fun and just really being, for me, a character that I would have wanted to see on the show from the beginning. Then she plugs her business. And I say, oh, there it is. She's at work. She's at work. So this trip is a commercial for her business. So she is going to be the ultimate host because she is advertising her Wonderland business where she is showing Black women who would be potential customers, what they're going to experience. She is going to be the host. They're going to go hiking. They're going to do some fishing. They're going to do some horseback riding. I will say, when she was talking about what they do and, showing the quarters and stuff where they will be living, Angel, I was about to sign up. Then you said fishing and horseback riding. I'm too much of a city girl for that. Let me know if you have something else. You had me at hiking. The horseback riding, I'm not hopping on no horse. After what they did to Superman, that is enough for me to know they don't need to be ridden. I hope I'm saying that right. For me, no shade to the cowboys and the cowgirls. I'm just saying, what happened to Superman was enough for me. Let them be free. But I will say that this was a great commercial. She was showing herself as a really fun, sweet, warm host. She was getting along with everybody. She was letting them know what she was going to do. The place that she has them staying at, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Great commercial, Angel. Great commercial. But now I need you to realize that the Real Housewives of Potomac is also your job as well. Show up to work. Show up to work. Because this person is showing up to work because she's about to get a commercial for her business is who we have wanted to see from jump. From jump. I like her performance in Colorado, A+ for me. I was just like, I would much rather see this girl than the one we met in the beginning. I will say her splitting up the women, I don't know what producer allowed that. If I was a producer for Angel, I would have never allowed that. Because when you go on the trips, that is some of the best footage you are ever going to get for the season. Why are you splitting up the cast? Not only is the cast split up, they're an hour away from each other. So Kiana and Tia are going to stay with Angel at her home. That's an hour away. And all of the rest of the ladies are going to stay in this beautiful home right on the Colorado mountains they're all going to stay there. And I was just like, oh, that's stupid. Y'all all need to be in a place together. But Angel was just like, there wasn't enough space and there wasn't enough rooms. I'm pretty sure that there was some estate in Colorado that had enough rooms for everybody. It does not make sense to me, and I cannot believe any producer would have allowed this and been like, okay, this is fine. You can split up the cast on a freaking girls trip. This is the best footage you're going to have all season. Why would you even do that? That makes no sense. So then we have this one where everybody's going through the rooms. She gives Wendy and Stacy the best rooms. Who is this angel? This is the angel that shows up when it's time to do a commercial for her business. I hope she stays. Then we get to the room for Giselle and Ashley. Absolutely loved it. She had them in the servants' quarters. Giselle was pissed. Giselle was pissed. I will say, Wendy was eating it up, but I didn't like that she put her in the basement with bunk beds. Stacey had the best room. She had the best room. Anyway, so Giselle gets pissed when she sees that room. She's just like, oh, I'm not in college. I'm not doing this. So she wants to ruin the mood for everybody because everybody likes their rooms, but Giselle and Ashley don't like it. I will say Ashley took it like a champ, but she was just like, well, okay, this is her way of shading me. Even Monique calls it out because Monique was cracking up because that room was terrible. And Monique was like, this is shade. She was like, I know you're trying to be nice, but this is shade. And then Angel started cracking up and she started high-fiving people. And she was like, listen, y'all can't be mean to me and think you're going to get like the best room on my trip. Like that's not going to happen. So Giselle is mad. Everybody's like laughing and having a good time because this is like fun shade. Giselle is pissed. So she wants to ruin it for everybody. And Monique is just like, well, she was mad because you said that she was evicted. And Giselle's like, she was evicted. She was evicted. She was so mad. She's just like, I'm rich. I don't have to stay here. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get myself another place. If no shade, Giselle, if you really had it like, I'm not saying that you don't have it like that, but those who have it like that, you would just be like, oh, okay. And then when Angel left, collected your bag and left, right? You not leaving immediately and just saying what you're going to do is letting us know that you're going to go to production and say, you got to get me a hotel room. If you decide to leave, that whole temper tantrum is because you want to leave on somebody else's dime. The girls that get it, them Beverly Hills girls, when they don't want to stay somewhere, they open up that pocketbook and they're out. But you stayed and you're doing all this screaming and fighting with everybody because you're going to leave, because you got that money and you're going to leave. I'm not saying she don't have it, but I'm saying she don't want to pay for it. She wants the show to pay for it. And I ain't mad at that, but I'm just like, you're saying all this rich stuff. Rich girls just go because they got it. Rich girls don't wait for production to bring the PA back that's driving the van to take them to a hotel. Rich girls call their car service and have their assistant book them a luxury suite somewhere in Colorado. I'm just saying, there's levels to this. So anyway, while Giselle is screaming that she was evicted, and Ashley's just like, well, somebody told us that you were evicted. Angel was just like, okay, gather around. Who said it? Who said that they had additional information about me being evicted? Because I wasn't evicted. So now I need to know who said it. And if nobody tells me who said it, I'm going to shut this whole thing down. I was like, Stacey was so scared. Stacey was like, Angel, good job this episode. Show up again, not just when it's a commercial for your brand, your business. Show up all the time, because the Real Housewives of Potomac is a job as well, and we, the viewer, want to see you show up to work. Good job. That's all I have to say about this episode. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Why is she so loud? She's never loud like this. I'm worried. Jasmine said, I actually think that's the picture Angel has on her Apple ID. Oh, okay. You're right. You're right, Jasmine. It just automatically shows the content. Oh my God, you are right. I was like, Stacey, you are messy, but it's Angel. My God, Angel. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm a woman of a particular age, so I love a little filter as well. But sometimes you got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. Give me just said, I don't blame these new crop of husbands for not wanting to film. Let us not forget Giselle, Ashley, and Robin all conspired to accuse Chris Bassett and Happy Eddie of sexual harassment, sexual assault. You are right. You are right. Sosa says that Monique was projecting from her tired marriage. I think she should have kept her mouth shut regarding Angel and Bobby because at least they have chemistry. Bobby is tired of them picking on his wife. Absolutely. That's what I think it is. I don't think they're having problems. I think the problem is the fact that a husband who is a protector is seeing his wife constantly put herself in a situation that she says is dangerous to him, to her. And he's getting like, he's feeling some sort of way like, girl, you keep on telling me that these people don't like you. Why you keep on going around? Miss Brown Sugar said, it seems pretty clear to me that production has and will protect Giselle, and everyone learns that sooner or later. You are right. You are right. Sure. She is the master manipulator behind everything. Every issue that these women have, it's her. It's her. Miss Brown Sugar said, wait a minute, let me back up and excuse my manners. Happy New Year, Nikki. Happy New Year, Star Fam. Happy New Year, Miss Brown Sugar. Hey, Romel. Thank you for being here, my love. Hannah said, the producers and viewers keep protecting this evil green-eyed woman. Art World said, oh, wow, Sharice got me because I was believing she didn't know about her son and Ashley. I don't know. As a mother, I felt that's something they hid from her. Absolutely not. Sharice knew. Sharice knew. Social Steph said they told Angel to stop bringing up the catfish situation, but Ashley keeps on. Okay, the hypocrisy of this show is sometimes too much. You are right. Miss Franchika said it's not Ashley's story to tell. Yes, it impacts her, but that's not Ashley's story. It's just her cover from talking about herself. I do agree. Maybe that's why they're all so uncomfortable. Maybe that is why. NC said Sharice is performative. She didn't get upset about Ashley and her son until seeing the public outrage. Giselle even said on her podcast that she and Forehead were all hanging out. Yep. Yep. Miss Bernstein said they bring him up so Ashley can be the hero in her family on national TV. It's not our business. I hate it every time. I have to agree. I think so too. One of you talked about that, and it immediately clicked for me because it was just like you just saw a woman that was very sad all the time, constantly crying, constantly not like just seems very depressed. And when one of you mentioned that it probably could be postpartum, I was just like, you know what? That would make sense because she got a fresh baby. It may be coming into this show so soon after giving birth wasn't the best thing for her. So Steph said, I think Angel did production a favor by coming up with something to bridge the season until they could interview Karen because it's obvious her lease ended when filming. Oh, that makes sense because that's why Giselle was just like, oh, you didn't know when filming was going to end. So you ended your, that makes so much sense, so Steph. So she did let those who owned her home, owned the home that she was staying in, that she was going to be, that this was the time because she thought that that's when production was going to be done filming, but they didn't intend for Karen to get out of prison so early. You are right, so Steph. That makes sense. Because I'm just like, how would she not know when production was done filming? Like you get that when you sign your contract. They extended filming because Karen got out of prison. Speaking of Karen, this is the first time that Bravo is going to have a 3-part reunion that for me, I feel like it's going to be worth it. Because the reunion starts off with the girls, the women of this season, and I think it's part 1 and 2 is the women of this season, and then I think part 3 they're bringing in Karen, and Andy is going to interview her and the rest of the cast and talk about the remainder of the season. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm interested to see that. This might be a 3-part reunion that I tune into. NC said, I don't see Wendy striving for G's approval at all. Wendy is literally going along to get along for the sake of the show. G is being nice to Wendy. So why is not G striving for Wendy's approval? You know what, guys? These people are at work. They're coworkers. I really don't think it's that deep. Alexis said, and not invalidating your opinion. You know what I'm saying? I was just, giving my perspective. Alexis said, from the mid-season trailer, D in the House turned into a mess. It may not end up being the best commercial for Angel's business after all. Maybe. Miss Sugar said, but the producers must have allowed for it, right? Even the going an hour back and forth, that must have had something. They must have had something fall through. Yeah, it's just really, it doesn't make any sense for them to allow that. It just doesn't. I mean, we'll see. We'll see why it was allowed. Hopefully it makes sense. But if I was her producer, I wouldn't have allowed it. Yeah, me too. This is the first one I think I'm going to watch. All 3 episodes. Lies, Legal, Reality said, I visited Orwell, Colorado. They have plenty of homes that are outrageously oversized. Maybe Denver is the same. Colorado is similar to Georgia. A lot of space, a lot of real estate. Angel is shady. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I talked about that in the last episode. They fought this episode? I thought Wendy and her mom fought the last episode. Was there another fight? I watched it all the way through. Lies said, I also think Charisse didn't want to give them a violent reaction. Giselle even said herself, she expected Charisse to lift up the table and choke Ashley. Probably. Oh, thank you, give me shelter. I got to see how Karen spins this. I got to see it. I didn't do a review for the last episode. I thought I talked about that with you all. Oh, did I talk to my family? I didn't review the last episode. I am so sorry. I really thought I did. I have notes and everything. What the hell happened? I'm sorry. If I didn't, I had no idea I didn't review the last episode. I will say, Wendy and Mama Sue's fight, I wish it would not have been filmed. I feel like they need to have a I don't want to say safe word, but I think they need to have an understanding that stuff like that is just not for TV, because that was a real fight. It was really, really uncomfortable to witness. And I was just like, I feel like we're a little too deep in y'all business. But although I don't agree with Wendy's mother all the time, I got to side with her on this one, because Wendy is trying to do this storyline where she brings her father around and back into her life. And she wants to do the storyline of her trying to connect with him again. But you also have made your family a part of this show. And with them being a part of this show, they're going to be expected to interact with this man that has caused them so much pain, especially your mother. So I don't think it's fair, especially to the parent that stayed and went through hell to raise you. I don't think it's fair for you to expect them to be okay with this person that caused them so much harm, and you painting this picture of them that is not existent. So I think her mother has every right to feel some sort of way. And I think Wendy should respect her wishes and her feelings. And I think the reason why her mom popped off like that is probably because this was talked about before. And I think she let her know that she didn't want to talk about this man on camera. And her reaction just lets me know there's a lot of pain and a lot of things that happen there that Wendy doesn't know. And I think that's a lot of time children need to really witness how their parents are reacting to each other and to the partners. to see what is really going on there. And I think a lot of times the children who are within that divorce end up making the parent that left this kind of God, because you don't know them, you don't see them, you don't really have a relationship with them. So they can become anything you want them to be. But you are with the parent who was doing a job for two by themselves with half the resources, and you are seeing them through every stage of their life, raising you. And a lot of times, especially if they were used to doing it with a partner and now they're doing it alone, they're not at their best. So because you haven't seen this parent as their best, it's easy to vilify them and make this parent, who you never see, the one, this kind of, perfect parent in your mind, because you don't have a relationship with them. And I think, unfortunately for Wendy, she's going to get around that man, and she's going to realize why her mom and her sister don't F with him. I'm so sorry. I thought I did a review of this episode. I would have talked about both episodes. My God, today. I don't watch Shaw's. I told you about that. I used to love Shaw's of Sunset, and then it got mad racist, like real anti-Black in the second to last season. Like the way they were talking about Black people unprovoked, I was like, absolutely not. I won't be back. I won't be back. I don't care what them people do. I don't ever want to see them in anything. That season, that anti-Black season, was enough for me. And it happened around the same time that they were like bullying Asa for not showing her boyfriend, her fiance at the time. Yeah, it was like they became real anti-Black because Asa wouldn't bring her boyfriend around. And I think it's because her boyfriend is a Jackson. And I think that they needed that, and they wanted him to be a part of the show, but he didn't want to be. And because he didn't want to be, the way they were fighting back at Asa was to just be anti-Black. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Even Asa called it out. I was like, yeah, I'm good on them. I'm good on them. Mike and MJ were the biggest perpetrators of anti-Blackness on this show. So I was like, I'm good. I don't want to see nothing from them ever. Ever. Anti-Blackness, that's the line for me. You can't cross that and then come back. We're good. For life. For life. Yeah, I was just like, I respect it. She has the real relationship with that man. She got the real one. Trust and believe she's covered him from you seeing a lot of his nonsense. And that's what women do, especially like a traditional woman. That's what they do. And now she's got to the point where she's just like, I'm not holding his secrets anymore. It happens. It happens. So Steph said her mom is toxic and I don't want to see her on my TV again. The mom and the sister are jealous of Wendy, who tells their daughter to shut the F up abusive behavior. I don't think they're abusive. I think they're just like, we don't want this guy who has been horrible to us. We don't want to film with him and we don't want to talk about him. But Wendy keeps on doing it and disrespecting their boundary. Paige URL said, yes, I remember those episodes with Mike and MJ were terrible to Asa. And then the stuff was alluding about Black folks. Remember Mike and MJ got into a fight about Black men's penises? Do y'all remember that? Because MJ was not MJ. What's the other one? Gonessa. Where she was talking about how she likes BBC, big Black. She was saying, oh, I love it. I love it. I was like, you love it. You love the F Black men, but you wouldn't date them. Because that's where the conversation was going. And she was talking about how she dates, Persians and white, whatever, but she'll F a Black man. And I was like, ugh. Huh? What are we talking about? And then she started talking about how big Black men's penises are. And Mike got mad at that and was just like, I got a bigger penis than Black men. Black men don't have bigger penises than me. I'll take it out and show you how big my penis is. Do y'all remember that episode? It was crazy. I said, what? So many people are obsessed with us. That's why I wish Black people would get it. I wish, but they would not be obsessed with you if you wasn't it. When are y'all gonna get it? The minute we all get it, unstoppable. Stop. The Moors will be back in business. But I was just like, yeah, I'm done with them. I don't ever want to see anything from those people. I'm good. I'm good on them. Um, I agree. NC said I psychoanalyzed their fight to death. There was really no right or wrong, but I definitely feel like Mama Sue made points despite her delivery. At the end of the day, she's coming from a place of hurt. And also, guys, that scene was so choppy. So they were filming that for a very long time. They were filming that scene for a very long time because remember, we just start with them talking, and then the next thing you know, Mama Sue is screaming and Wendy is crying. Wendy and her sister are crying. So they were filming that scene for a minute. And I just feel like if you are filming with your family, because you're the one that was cast on the show, so you're bringing them into this environment, respect your community that is helping give you a storyline. That's all I would say. Me too. Romel said, I hope Angel brings that tough energy at the reunion because she's talking too much. The Angel in these interviews is giving me the Angel before this last episode. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We got just so much to talk about, but we got 2 other shows to talk about. So let's move on to Beverly Hills. We won't be long. Oh, this show is terrible. I am so sorry, guys. I really thought I reviewed the latest episode of Potomac. I would have been hopped on here had I known. We would have been talking about that. Anyway, this group of women, Beverly Hills, do not gel well at all. They don't even act like coworkers. Like them trying to act like they're friends, it doesn't make sense. None of them fit together. And the ones that previously fit together don't like each other. It does not work. Reboot, Andy. Reboot. It's time. It's time. They do not like each other, and they're not giving it girls. We need it girls of Beverly Hills. They are not it. They are not it. We have got to move on. Reboot. You can also tell that there is nothing that they got going on this season. They have nothing to film because I think the last episode, they spent 30 minutes, damn near 30 minutes on Bose's speed dating event that she had for the ladies at her house. You mean to tell me they had nothing to talk about that you spent like 25 minutes on this one scene? Why is this show still on? I'm like, oh, y'all have nothing going on. Nothing on. Kyle still won't come out. Listen, I am, LGBTQ, the let God be true quickly community. I love y'all. I rise for y'all. Okay. So, I know, I know some things and I know how y'all run things. So I'm not trying to pull nobody out of the closet. But if you go and put yourself in a glass closet and be grinding on your girlfriend, your child bride, and on camera, and then being like, I don't know where we are. Girl, stop playing. Stop playing. I don't know what I want to be. It's okay. It's given storyline. That's the thing that's pissing me off. It's just like, and y'all got to stop letting them do this. I am talking to you. I am talking to you, working class community. I'm talking to you, poor community. Stop letting these people, the rich, the 1%, stop letting them jump in and out of identities for fun, for storylines. It's something cute to do. I'll be gay today, bi tomorrow, and then I'll be a straight Christian nationalist by Wednesday, and I'll condemn them all to hell. Y'all got to stop letting them play with your identities. And that is the thing that's bothering me because this is not, you're not coming, this is not a coming out story. Okay? You already were the video chick for that girl's video. Countless videos of y'all, acting like y'all kissing, acting like y'all rubbing. Has any carpet been munched? I doubt it. It's a game. It's a storyline. You done got some, some butch chick who needed a little bit of press. And you had this whole storyline because you didn't know what was going on with your marriage. because you thought that you was reconciling, and that man said, no, we're not getting back together. We are never, ever getting back together. Now he in the streets hoeing. Ain't a middle-aged white woman safe. So now that ain't going nowhere, now that you don't want to come out because there was no closet in the first place, now we're going to play this game. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know who I am. Maybe I'll get with a guy. Maybe a girl. Who knows? But I like him tall, dark, and handsome. Exactly. Exactly. You're playing this game. You're playing this game. And we're tired. We're tired. Because there's just nothing to talk about. They have nothing to. They're boring, guys. They're boring. We have got to. We need something else. We need reboot, Andy. Reboot. At this point, bring back that deranged Lisa Rinna because she is eating up the Traitors. Bring her back. Now that Garcelle isn't there anymore, we see real Sutton, right? So out of nowhere, Sutton just starts treating the Jennifer Tilly like garbage. And this is why I hate when legitimate celebrities come on these shows, right? Because Jennifer Tilly don't need this show. She's just doing it for fun. She don't need it. That lady is making so much money. She's buying purses in the shape of LV purses in the shape of boats. She don't know what to do with that money. She don't need it. She don't need the money. She don't need the exposure. She just, wanting something fun to do. She does not need this show. And you come on this show when you're a legitimate celebrity and these Z-list reality TV stars start talking to you funny and crazy because now you're on the same level. Protect your status. Protect your status. If anything, I wouldn't go on a reality TV show, but I would produce it. Take that money and that status and produce a reality TV show. Now you on the cast with some heifer that nobody knew talking to you like you some minion. The way she was talking to Jennifer Tilly, and Jennifer's in her confessional. Oh, well, you know how Sutton is. She just, she doesn't understand, and she's being so mean to everybody. But that's just Sutton. You are the Jennifer Tilly. If you don't cuss that heifer out and put her in her place, girl, it could never be me. It could never be, because I would have said, who are you again? Exactly. Don't talk to me. Don't talk, because you live in a house in Bel Air on a main road. Dorit ate with that. Dorit, not my fave, but she ate with that one. Sutton still has yet to recover, but I hated that scene. I said, Jennifer, don't let her talk to you like this. And it seems like this is going to be the theme. It seems like Jennifer is going to be like cussing her out the whole season and treating her like garbage. And because remember, in the mid-season trailer, we saw that scene where Jennifer runs out of the dinner party and she's like, Garcelle was right. Girl, get off this show. Get off this show. Or do a show about you. Ugh, y'all can't. Legitimate celebrities. Money might be tight. There are other ways. No shade to y'all. Just being honest. A reality TV show, not the best move. Unless you're going to pull a Candy. Candy got on reality TV. She ain't need this money. But she got on reality TV and made several more streams of income. Unless you're going to do something like that, I'll allow it. But you are not going to come on this show and be talked down to by a Z-lister. The devil is a liar. Not when you got real credits. All her credits are reality TV. Not saying they're not important, but they're not her resume. Protect your status. The women not liking Amanda. Oh, where's Amanda? Her crazy ass though. Do I have her picture? No, I don't have her picture. Anyway, we'll have it next time. The women not liking Amanda typical. They always go after the young girl. Here's the thing. The problem that they have with Amanda is that they're trying to haze her, and it ain't working. Because Amanda, a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? And she's not intimidated. When homegirl looked them dead in the eye and said, oh, I feel like I'm supposed to be StreamYard, we're not doing good. We're not doing good. Anyway, she lets them know that she's supposed to be there. So she doesn't feel anyway. She doesn't, they're trying to like haze her and trying to like make her fit in a box and, you know, be beneath them. She does not care. Everything they talk about that they have, she got 10 of them. And they're like, oh, she talks about her wealth so much. That's the basis of the show. You're supposed to flaunt your wealth on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Y'all do it all the time. Erica stayed getting evicted, but she stayed buying a Porsche. You're supposed to flaunt your wealth. But now y'all mad at her because everything that y'all say y'all got, she said she got 10 of them and paid close to $1 million for it. So now y'all mad. The show is about flaunting your wealth. You do not like the fact that she's flaunting her wealth and she still has collagen in her face. That's all it is. Y'all do this every time. Y'all never like the youngest on the show, ever. But now y'all got a young girl y'all can't break. Now y'all gonna try it, but I'm telling y'all, y'all met, y'all match. That lady is not wound too tight, and y'all gonna get it. Y'all going to get it. The last thing I want to talk about is Erica's boyfriend. So in this episode, we get pictures of, we meet Erica's boyfriend. So I saw a picture of him a while ago when she was like talking about him. And I was like, he looks MAGA. So I did a little research and well, not only is he MAGA, he is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That man is not wrapped too, just like a man, not wrapped too tight. Not wrapped too tight. And I'm like, Erica, girl, he don't seem, oh my God. He does, that Instagram is scary. Yikes. But it kind of makes sense, right? Because I've always known that this image of Erica, it's expensive to be me. That's not her. Everything about her that we currently have seen from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is an image that her gays have put on her, right? The gay people that work for her and created, and they've created that image for her. That is not who she is. Erica is the kind of woman that will be attracted to that nut job because she went after him. Erica is the kind of woman who would raise a son in privilege who chooses to be a cop in Los Angeles. Rodney Hill, Los Angeles. So they might be the perfect match. The expensive to be me. I love the gay community. Yeah, right. Who you vote for? What's your group chat like? When y'all start talking about the gay people in your life. Get out of here. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Oh, definite pick me. I was not buying that. Oh, I am Sutton Brown, and I want you guys to all meet who she is. They've met. You're the same person. There's no, you're not changing. You're the same person. And now you don't see, this is the thing. That's what them rich women do. They have somebody from a marginalized community that they steal from. And now you don't have your gay assistant feeding you everything. So we might just meet Sutton Brown. We might just meet Sutton Brown. Unless she goes hunting for a minority to steal from, to glean from, to siphon their culture and put it on her body. We will see. We will see. Give Me Shelter said, who could predict that heavy hitters like Kyle, Erica, and Dorit couldn't hold down the franchise? Where are their fans who are harassing Garcelle? I guess bots don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She is. And I feel so bad for her because she's just doing this for fun. But you're getting treated like a flunky by Sutton Brown. Girl, they better than me. And oh, since we're talking about Dorit, I knew, we talked about it, y'all, when she was calling her ex a raging alcoholic. I was like, oh, that's gonna backfire. And it sure did. He did not like it. And now the gloves are off. They are at war. And Dorit over there in her kitchen stressing out because she's like, I don't know how I'm gonna eat. What? You cannot. You have to get, let me stop telling my business. Or not my business, but let me stop telling the plan. But my grandmama said, you got to get like some accounts in your mama's name. You got to get some accounts and properties in your mama's name. You stop taking that. Y'all taking this man's money and y'all buying butts and bags. You need to be storing that money, investing that money in your mother's name. Because now look at you. You don't know what to do. You about to crack open some oodles and noodles and you in a mansion in Encino. My God, today, ladies. What is her name? That heifer that's dating Bill Belichick. I keep on telling y'all. Learn the game from her before they properly make her a villain. Learn the game from her before they properly make her a villain. This heist that this woman is doing is iconic. It is going to be written about in whole history books for ages. Iconic work on her level. And she's in her 20s. I tell you what she won't be in her 40s, trying to feed her kids. That girl is set for life. That girl is set for life. And she said, I'm sure Dorit rehearsed that main road comment in the mirror 20 times before. You know what? I don't think that was rehearsed, because that's when Sutton was talking about her home or whatever. And she was just like, and you live on a main road. It was just like a response. So I don't know, but she ate with that one, child. She does, because it's something. They gonna find it. They gonna poke at her just enough, and they gonna see it. They going to see it. That's very true. Social Stuff said Amanda is kind of aloof like Stacy. Hard to haze that kind of person. Very true. Nothing phases them, and those are the best people for shows like this. CM said they're going after Amanda on Reddit, and it's low-key hilarious to see how much they can't stand her. But the thing about it is, it's going to roll off her back. She does not care. She does not care. Romel said, I hope the new girl Amanda don't let them bully her off the show. I don't think so. I don't think they could get her. Give Me Something said, I hope Jennifer is watching how Sutton moves now. I have a strong suspicion that Sutton ruins her real friendships with Jennifer Tilly. Did you see what she responded about Garcelle on Watch What Happens Live? Yeah, she's still acting like she don't know what's going on. And she's going to be there next year doing the same thing. I don't know what happened with me and Jen. Like, we were so good. We were close friends. I don't know, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. They will do anything to stay on this show. This show was all they got, because I told y'all, rich people, the money doesn't hit the same when they don't have notoriety. That notoriety is a drug. That's heroin to the rich. My God, today. Yeah, that's all. They need it girls. Young, rich it girls. But I think that guy is more her type. I think they're aligned in views in every sort of way. That is her perfect match. He's nuts. He's nuts. I was like, oh, have fun over there, girl. Have fun over there, girl. Who isn't a scammer on these housewife shows? It's a show of scammers and felons. It's a show of scammers and felons. Yeah, that's who she is. I'm telling you, this persona that she has on this show, that is coming from the gay people in her life. That is not who she is at all. Oh, he's beyond. He is. I went to his Instagram. I said, oh, the blood of Jesus. Clench my pearls. Scary over there. Scary over there. He stay on Fox News. He was talking about the kidnapping of Maduro, and he was so happy that that's what America did. He's like, this is what you go to. This is what you sign up for. You want to do fun stuff like this. What is fun about kidnapping people and holding them for ransom and threatening to kill them if you? What the heck, girl? CM said Sutton and Bose may end up as friends because oh my gosh. My God. Can I say it's so sad? They're already acting like Bose don't exist. And she is trying so hard. They already act like she is not in the room. Ah, ah. They need somebody to harvest. They need somebody to destiny swap with. None of them dress like that. None of them. Remember, I told you that Dorit back in the day was harvesting like 14-year-old girls from the hood. She was on their Instagram just gleaning, stealing everything from them. Because I'm just like, Dorit, you don't dress like this. You were not dressing like this when we first met you. Now all of a sudden you dressing like Lil' Kim from the 90s? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. My grandmother taught me well. My grandmother taught me well. Okay? Lies, legality, reality said Erica graduated from Northside High School in Atlanta, Georgia, before it became North Atlanta High. Those who know. She doesn't care what a white man does as long as she. Ciao. Romel said, I saw a clip of Dorit thinking her and Kyle didn't know, but Kyle already knew about Erica's new man. And yeah, Kyle was like, I already knew. Of course you did. Birds of a feather. Social Seth said, Dorit saying somebody on a main road with PK has bad credit and had to put everything in Dorit's name. He has a house that, well, listen, they all scamming. All of them. All of them scamming. They really don't have it. Real rich people, you will never know. Because they're smart. They're not telling you they got money. Why would I tell you that I got money so you can steal it? I don't care what it look like. I'll always be working class Nikki. I'll always be working class. Nikki, did we see you in a Bentley? Bentley? Me? I have a Honda. I've always had one. Maybe it's the Philly in me. You don't tell people how much you make. You don't brag about your money because you will get robbed. Like, it's just so crazy that so many people flaunt their wealth. It will never be me. I will always let you know, though, I got this for 75% off, child. I was discount shopping. I'm not telling you I paid full price. The devil is a liar. You brag about that money? Where I'm from, somebody gonna take it. No, that's okay. That's okay. Yep. Miss T said the real rich people with notoriety are only friends of. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the reason why we got these, old heifers running the show. Because the it girls are black. They're Persian. They're Mexican. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you really go and do that, then the show's going to be mad diverse. Mad diverse. Girl. Like, you would not know she's in the room until she says something. They talk over her like she doesn't exist. They don't include her in nothing. You know who they wouldn't have did that to? My God. As far as you are concerned about my money, everything is on loans. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. It's a loan. It's a loan. I'm leasing. It's the mortgage. I did not pay cash for nothing. It's a mortgage. And I got help from a foundation that helps poor black people get homes. Girl, I'm not telling my business. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. As a Philadelphian, that is, you never tell people you got it like that. You know what? Am I traumatized? Oh my God, I'm probably traumatized. I still love my city. I still love my city. Oh, wait. I clicked on it. What happened to it? I clicked on the comment. Oh yeah, there it is. Until they won't have to anymore. Until they won't have to anymore. My God, today. Um, hey, Spency, thank you for being here. Me too. I fast forwarded through a lot of Beverly Hills, but we're here. I'm going to end with Lies Legality, and then we're going to get into Traitors. Lies Legality Reality said, Nikki, same. I stay in a Prius. Better yet, I'm on a bicycle for my whole life in public transportation. Only looking at others like, let me hold five real quick. Period. Because honestly, you don't even really need that. Like, no shade. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm comfortable. I don't like it. Again, it could just because of how I grew up, but it's like, do you really need a 60-bedroom house? Right? I'll probably get a home, and if I really got it like that, a little summer spot. That's about it. Like, you don't need all of that stuff. You don't need to hoard all of that wealth. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Um, well, he's attractive, but it's like, the bar's in hell, ain't it? He's attractive. I get it. Anyway, let's get into Traitors. I will say this is a really good cast. This is a really, really good cast. So, if you don't know what Traitors is the game that we all played at sometimes. I was exposed to this game in college, but it's really a game of you have to find out who. So there's a bunch of people in this game, and there are like 2 or 3 traitors, and they are killing people, right? But they can't. You don't know who the traitor is. So every night, the traitor picks somebody to get killed, and they remove them from the show, and everybody has to speculate and find out who the traitor is. But this season, they have a twist. And the twist is there's a secret traitor. So we have 3 traitors. The traitors are Lisa Rinna, which to me, I thought was such a bad call. Because if I was in that show, just like Candace, I would have thought that Lisa Rinna would have been a traitor. I would have never thought that she would be a faithful, but it might work in her favor because people would be like, oh, that's too on the nose for Lisa Rinna to be a traitor. But for me, if Lisa Rinna's on the show, I'm thinking that she's a traitor. I'm going to just get her out regardless because she could be a traitor, she could not be. But for me, I would think that, yeah, she's most likely a traitor. And she is. So the first traitor is Lisa Rinna. The second traitor is Candace, who I think is going to get caught because Candace got a gift to gab. She talking too much, and it's bothering another traitor who is Rhop. And Rhop is just like, Candace needs to fly under the radar. She's talking too much. I will say this, when the traitors met, which was Rhop, Candace, and Lisa Rinna, I had no idea how either Rhop is mad tall or Candace and Lisa Rinna are so short. There was such a height difference. He kept on, like, Rhop is literally like looking down. They look so tiny next to him. That's maybe why you like him, Spency, because he looked like a giant next to those women. Anyway, so they all find out together that they are traitors. My only issue, I think this season so far is really, really good. One of their best, in my opinion. My only issue is that the secret traitor in the beginning of the show, they had everybody come up, and Alan, the host, he opened up a box and it showed you if you were a faithful or a traitor. And everybody was a faithful instead of this one person at that time who was picked as a traitor, the secret traitor. So my thing is, I didn't like that. And here is why. Because this show plays out how America is currently. And they were all analyzing how people were looking, whose eyebrow went up, who flinched too much. And to me, I was just like, I wish they would not have picked a traitor in front of everyone, because we know from watching this show that the Black people and the gay people are villainized immediately because they are deemed to be different or scary, like Trishelle. Trishelle made Peppermint. No, what? Yeah, Trishelle made Peppermint the villain, right? Because Peppermint was different, and it was the way she looked at me, and the way her voice was. So I was just like, because you guys have had issues like that before with people's racism and biases and prejudice coming out and how they play this game, I would not have risked my Black or queer contestants by making them go up in front of the rest of the cast that way, knowing that they will be overanalyzed more than other cast members on the show. Another issue is casting Michael Rappaport. He is chaos. And I think that, well, we're not going to go too far, but Michael Rappaport is chaos. And he's not fun to watch. He's not fun to watch. He is the worst influencer ever, because you can pay him to say and do just about anything. The way he operates is just like, oh my God. I feel like every time I see him, the eviction notice is on the door and the sheriff is jingling their keys on their way to come lock him up. My God, today he will say and do anything for a check. That hoe will die for $1. So he's just not fun to watch. He's taking everything personal. He's just not fun to watch, because Candace, Candace called him out, but Portia and Candace were talking, and Candace was saying that she thinks that he's going after the housewives. So Portia takes the conversation back to Michael Rappaport. Stupid move. I'm like, Portia, you won't be there long. Stupid move, because why would you tell, that's the one thing about Traitors. You don't tell people the conversations you're having, because if you do that, it could put unnecessary heat on you. So Portia then takes the conversation back to Michael Rappaport, and Michael is just like, oh, who said that? So she tells him that it was Candace. Candace played this well, but she put herself in the spotlight, and Rhop did not like that. And Candace was just like, oh no, I didn't say that. And because Maura Higgins, who is playing this game that she doesn't know who anybody is, I hope it works out for you, sis. She acts like she says that she doesn't remember the conversation, but she was in the car with Portia and Candace. So she's just like, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure. So that saved Candace, but it did put her in a light. And then Michael is throwing a fit, having a whole attitude, and Portia is just like, well, I don't know who said what, but I'm gonna trust my fellow housewife. You should. This is Traitors. Trust no one. But those are my only issues. Making them pick in front of the crew, picking a traitor in front of everybody in the casting of Michael Rappaport. He is such a cancer to this show. Like, everybody's having fun, getting along, and then there's Michael Rappaport. I will also say this. Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski trying to act like they don't know each other. Comedy gold. Because everybody sees you both every Winter Olympics buddied up, calling each other bestie. So for you guys to act like you don't know each other, hilarity. That's their plan. Their plan is to act like, oh, we're not really that close and we don't really know each other, so nobody will be able to catch on how close we are. What, Johnny? What are you talking about? But the cast is really, really good. The show is really, really fun. I did not know that Mama Kelsey, I've never seen her build. I'm like, oh, this is definitely a mother who birthed athletes. My God, today I was like, oh, so you be on the field too. Oh my gosh. But it's just really nice to see people out of their environment. And I think this cast was really, really, really good. I'm interested to see what happens next. And we will talk about that tomorrow. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about episode 1. What do you guys have? Oh, wait, before we get into it, I will say one thing about Traitors. They do not give a damn if you are elderly, disabled, or have any kind of ailments. The task that they make these people do is ridiculous. Having Mama Kelsey row a boat and drag a coffin up the road, I'm like, these are older people. Their needs and everything, like they cannot do this stuff. But Traitors does not care. They do not care. Any ailment, any disability, it is equal opportunity for everybody. Every season, they have like elderly people doing the most Navy SEAL, Navy SEAL trainings. It is insane. They do not care. I'm like, nobody takes into account that some of these people are in their 70s. This lady is, I mean, listen, she might be stacked like a running back, but she is like rowing the hell out of this boat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this healthy? Like, oh, some of the stuff, in my opinion, is too freaking dangerous, but they do not care. Anyway, that's all I have to say. What do you guys have to say? Let's get into it. Never. I'm taking all my Shein and rainbow fits. Absolutely not. People be wearing their best garments. What that gets lost? First of all, I knew somebody. I'm from Philly. I know somebody who used to who worked in whatever that luggage thing is in the airport. They used to rob them. They used to rob the luggage. That's why I put all my valuables on me when I'm traveling. All my valuables are on me. They had a whole racket where they were opening up people's luggage and robbing them, taking all of their jewelry, all their nice stuff. My God, after I found out that information, I said, oh, okay. I know what to travel with and how to travel. Absolutely not. All my fits are rainbow and Shein. Brown girl said the Twift frauds because ciao. We're not moving ahead, brown girl. But yeah. Can I just say this? I saw when the trader picked those because I forgot to tell you, the secret trader picks people to kill. And the traders that are known have to pick one person from that list. When I saw the list of people that the secret trader wanted to get rid of, I was just like, they don't know how to play this game. Why are you? They don't know how to play this game. It was so obvious. It was so obvious. Oh yeah. So guys, remember, no spoilers because some people haven't watched. If you're here, they know we're talking about episode 1, but let's not talk about episode 2 or episode 3. We'll talk about those tomorrow. Hey Cameron. Cameron said, hey, Nikki, I was waiting for this live and I fell asleep. Now I'm up. I'm sorry. I keep on forgetting that, there's a time difference for a lot of my Star family members. But I'm going to, we'll do a poll again to figure out what's the best time for everybody. So sorry. It's a right time for me, but I know it's pretty late for some of you guys, so I'm sorry. A cancer to the show. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think a lot of the cast is already metagaming. They predicted who the secret trader could be because they know how producers think. Smart. As long as they don't flip on each other, I'm good. But I'm feeling like we may get a flip. We'll see. Who the hell is Katie? I only know one Katie, and she in rehab for Potomac. Who is Katie? Thank you. Me too. I haven't recorded though, so I'm not worried. I don't think she's tapped into anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if she does it. I wouldn't be surprised. She is so lucky that Mora was just like, oh, I don't know. She is so lucky. She was about to be locked up in some nonsense. And she already started talking, telling people that Lisa is the traitor, but this is before she knew that she was a traitor as well. So Candace got a lot of stuff to walk back, so she needs to stop talking. You have to. So you can, yeah, do talk, but not too much. Like you never want to put the heat on you. You want to fly under the radar. NC said they ate with the first 3 episodes. So good. Even though I'm typically here for the social strategy part, Big Brother fan, right? I'm just now enjoying how entertaining it is. Rooting for my girl, Candace and Tiff. Me too. Me too. He is. He's a whole athlete. He's terrible, but I love him. I love it. Oh, see, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm like, she looked like she'd be in the field. And that's no shade. She like an athlete. She had no strategy at all. I'm like, Portia, goodbye. 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 NC said, Portia did the housewife thing where you confront the person you were told talking behind your back. Portia, that don't translate. Yep. No, it's okay. I'm just doing the first one just because I'm talking about other shows and we're already over the 2-hour mark that we normally do. So I just didn't want to, we would be here like another 2 hours because the show is so good. But they're going to get their own videos after this one. We're just talking about the first one, Art World. Yeah, you have your valuables on you. Have your valuables on you. I do not play. Who the hell is Katie? Who is Katie from Real Housewives of Orange County? Child, I have no idea who the. Oh no. Well, they didn't like her. So they weren't going to film with her. Damn. I would have went out in the blades of glory. She was accepting apologies. I would have burnt them heifers down. She should have known she wasn't coming back. That sucks. I think so too, but I think Rhop is going to flip on Candace before Lisa. But we'll see. We will see. He's not, he thinks he has strategy, but I'm just like, Rhop, these women are cutthroat. You have no idea. Even Empathy said, y'all still going, I got to be replay game tonight because I had a D&D session. I miss y'all. I love that she played Dungeons and Dragons. That's so cool. Yeah, Monet is hilarious. Him and Candace's scenes, I love it. Yeah, that's what it is. You saw that he was tall. It happens. I'm a height hoe as well. Do not worry. Yeah, award season is back, so get ready for me and Arnold. If it's not, we're not going to do it on Sunday. It's going to be sometime next week. Arnold is very busy and, this is a busy season for him. So I'm definitely going to get him next week. But I don't know what time yet. So let me lock him in and I'll let you guys know. She talks too much and that concerns me. She talks too much, but we will see. Just you wait. Emily, you know what? She didn't have a good season. But here's the thing. Why are we getting rid of people from Orange County and not Beverly Hills? I mean, I know Beverly Hills just started, but I'm just like, if there's not a shakeup, if there's going to be a shakeup on Orange County, there better be a shakeup on Beverly Hills. It's boring. Anyway, Star family, we are over 2 hours, at least on my clock. Oh, are we doing 2 hours or did we do 3? Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Tomorrow and Sunday, I'm going to put up recorded reviews of Drag Race and the Traitors. I'll be in the comment section, so let's interact there. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you this weekend for some fun stuff. Love ya. Bye. Mwah. Come be the man I need.